when you think about life and you think about things that you want to do, we all want to have fun, freedom, and fulfillment. We all want to hang out with our friends. We want to do what we want to do. But what happens as we grow up as adults is we get a job. And what happens is sometimes our career is not really our calling. It pays the bills, but it doesn't really get us to where we want to go. And so one of the questions that was posed to me a long, long time ago was, are you as far ahead in life as you thought you'd be right now? I'm going to repeat that one more time. Are you as far ahead in life as you thought you'd be right now? And when that question was asked to me many, many years back, I was like, no, I want to be further ahead. You know, I want to be stronger, faster, wiser. I want to make more money. I think everyone, when you really go inside yourself, when you think about your life, I think all of us want to be maybe more in shape or healthier, or we'd like to have more money in our bank account, or we'd like to have more time to hang out with our friends and family. And so what we're about to show you right now is I'm going to run through some information. I'm going to bring Sashin back on and really properly introduce him here in a second about the business side. But I want to talk about the product side and what we're using to bring all this freedom and fulfillment and fun to everybody. And so let me jump on the slides here and rock through this. And so what I want to do right now is real briefly, that's a picture of my wife and I and our two little boys. And just, I think about 16 years ago, I was negative $1,100 in my bank account, $70,000 in debt, trying to be a successful entrepreneur. I was reading books. I was trying to get into all that, but I needed to, your income follows your personal growth. I needed to get right in here in my mindset to get to that point. And I also needed to find the right vehicle. But now, literally, my wife and I, we take a vacation every single month, sometimes a couple of times a month, every single month of the year. And a matter of fact, we just got back from Mexico with our two little boys, having a blast. And I want to share how we can help you do that too, whether that's in one extra vacation this year, or maybe you haven't taken a vacation in the last couple of years. But also, listen to me here, also make a little bit of extra money or a lot of extra money where you have extra time to actually go on these trips, extra time to hang out with the people that you really want to hang out with and do life with. All right. And so our travel club is the largest travel club in the world. As a matter of fact, it was launched in 2005. We have multiple travel awards every single year for the last 6-7 years all around the world. And our flagship product is called Dream Trips. And here's how it works. We want to help you go on 4- and 5-star vacations at 2- and 3-star prices at wholesale. And we handle all the reservations for you. Literally, it's like going to a restaurant. We already created the dishes for you and the entrees for you. All you have to do is just pick them out. You know, sometimes, and maybe you've been in this situation too, you go to a restaurant, you're hungry, but you don't know what you want. And sometimes you think you might want a hamburger, you think you might want some chicken or a steak or whatever, but what you see on the menu is actually better than what you thought what you wanted, right? And that's what these trips are all about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a short video of an example of some of our dream trips and then run through some quick examples of the type of trips that we do for all of our members all across the world. All right. But before that, real quickly, we have 3 different types of memberships: titanium, platinum, gold. And I'm going to kind of share with you a lot of different types of trips, but hone in on titanium as well before we wrap up this product side here. But I want you to check this out. I think I skipped the video here. Did I? No, I didn't skip the video. All right. So let me turn off my camera for a second because I want you guys to be able to see the screen here. Give me 1 second here. Let me turn off the camera. All right. I want you to be able to see the screen here. All right. So when you're a member with us, okay, and you download our Dream Trips app, every single day we have what's called the deal. It comes out every single day. And no matter wherever you're at in the world, pertaining to where you're at in the world, a trip's going to come up that pertains to your area of the world. In this case, this example is a $69 cruise, 5 days, 4 nights, which is unbelievable, right? We've got things for different parts all around the world. That's what you get every single day on your Dream Trips app, every time when you download that, when you're a member with us, okay? But how do we get these prices? Well, it's large volume. You know, bottom line, we do literally 5,000 trips last year. So we do a lot of volume so we get better pricing for our members. And so this is one of the videos that I wanted to share with you just to give you a snapshot of what these dream trips are all about. Check this out.
Like 3 years ago, we brought Dan and Wayne here to this site. And when we were here, we kind of promised them that, or we told them that we wanted Dream Trips to be the first group and the first people to stay with us when we open the property, you know? So that was the idea of this weekend.
All right, we're at the Marble Armony new resort. This is a resort takeover with Dream Trips. We are having a blast. Close to 400 Dream Trippers here. We had a foam party, a couple of welcome parties. People are having a blast, bringing their kids, their families. It is amazing. Check this place out.
I was a single mom, couldn't afford to travel. This is now my 28th trip in 2.5 years. And it is the most amazing experience of my life.
One of the things that makes Dream Trips so special is the people you meet. You will never find a more beautiful group of people that is just there to have a good time and they want to get to know you genuinely. And I've never found that anywhere else.
Being able to create the most amazing memories with friends and family from all over the world.
Organized. It takes the thinking and the planning out of it. You just show up and have a good time and enjoy what's offered, enjoy the beautiful scenery.
They got hot tubs. The view is spectacular.
Everywhere Dream Trips goes, the staff is amazing. I've been to the Marlboro residence. I'm so proud to be here celebrating their grand opening.
And Rich, we've been members for 9 years. We love Dream Trips, guys. Just the convenience. You know it's safe. You're getting a great deal. When we get to the airport, they're there with the "You should be here" Dream Trip sign.
This is my first Dream Trip. I'm loving it. This is the life. I can get used to this on a regular basis.
So that's an example of our Dream Trips. We do that all around the world. We have one Dream Trip leaving every 90 minutes somewhere around the world, which is pretty spectacular. But I'm going to run through some examples here. This is in Namibia, 4 days, 3 nights, staying at the Bayview Resort in Namibia, 3 breakfasts, 2 dinners. After points, it's only $309. Real quick, Dream Trip points are $1 per point. 1 point per dollar. And I'm going to explain how you get these points because every member has access to them, but it allows you to buy down already the low wholesale price. Here's Rhodes, Greece, 8 days, 7 nights, staying at the Mitsis Grand Hotel, $589 after points. Once again, these are a couple of $1,000s to go on these resorts here. Here's the UAE, 6 days, 5 nights, 3-day pass to the F1 Etihad Grand Prix, staying at the Dustit Then Hotel, $1629 after points. That's one of our platinum Dream Trips. If you've ever wanted to go to a Formula One race, that's a pretty exciting place to go right there. Hawaii, 5 days, 4 nights at the St. Regis Hotel. It's one of our Virtuoso properties. $1,100 after points right there, which is pretty nice. You've got Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 6 days, 5 nights, cruise out of there, $221, which is pretty awesome. We've got Kenya, Nairobi, Kenya. So 7 days, 6 nights, all these benefits you could see there. If you want to screenshot that, you can. But after points, it's $1,100 US to get all of that. Now, see, here's one of the things that people don't understand about trips. See, if you don't travel that much, what happens is you kind of don't know what to do. You kind of you spend your money to get there. Then you're like, okay, what do I do? We've planned everything for you. You don't have to do all of it, or you can do all of it. It doesn't really matter, but all that is included in that price. What would cost you way, way more to, number one, the time to plan it, and then to pay for all of that. It's all included in that trip right there. Here's the Maldives, or the Maldives, however you want to say it. 7 days, 6 nights. Beautiful, beautiful resort. $2,100 after points there, which is pretty crazy. Those are Dream Trips, all right? We've got sporting events all around the world. You know, in Dallas, you know, in the United States, always we have Thanksgiving with the Dallas Cowboys. But those are Dream Trips. We have them all around the world. Europe, South Africa, Africa, Asia, Australia, all throughout the U.S. But then we also have what's called Dream Breaks. These are like Dream Trips Light. Okay, we don't have a host that goes with you on these trips. These are a little bit shorter, 3 days, 2 nights, 4 days, 3 nights. This is the S Hotel in Jamaica, only $264 after points. We've got New York, 3 days, 2 nights, only $309, including your hotel at the Conrad. Beautiful, beautiful places. Las Vegas, 3 days, 2 nights, $246. Okay, we also have the S Hotel in Montego Bay, Jamaica. But we also have AHA, the David Livingston Safari Lodge and Spa. In Zambia, $159 per person per night. Once again, we're including these things in there, which is a 35% savings on there. The Sunset Cruise, 2 dinners included, daily breakfast, all of that. Okay, we got the AHA, the Rex Hotel in South Africa, starting at $44 per person per night. Once again, you're saving money on things that you want to do anyway. These are anytime escapes, which means anytime you want to go. We've got Dream Trips, which have a host. We have 20 to 40 people on a trip. Okay, then we have Dream Breaks, which has no host, shorter trip. Then we have Anytime Escapes, which are anytime you want to go, which is really, really exciting. These little 5s here in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. Expedia has it for $277 per night. We have it for $139 per night. I can go on and on and on these types of things, but we also have a foundation, and a percentage of every membership sale goes to support 100% of our operating costs for our foundation, which is there to help kids and children, right? For clean water technology in Africa, we've done building schools in Guatemala. We've also built schools in Indonesia and doing projects in Australia and Mexico. So we do a lot of things to benefit children. And so if you like the membership, you want to save money on travel, grab a membership. It helps the kids. It's pretty exciting. And so how do you get points? Several ways to get points. When you become a member, initially right away, you're going to get points. Or if you download our app and you eat at some of the partner restaurants that we have on our app, you're going to earn anywhere from 30 to 50% of your food bill gets converted to points, which is $1 per point. So you can eat your way onto a vacation, which is exciting. And then on your 1-year anniversary, you get the amount of money of the amount of dollars that you paid for your membership dues, you get it all back in a form of points. So a lot of ways to use your points to buy down the already low wholesale price that you have. And so we know that some of you might not be able to travel for the next 1 or 2 or 3 months. So we have a rewards platform that you can use your points to go on a one-night getaway, right? To buy some things online. And so here's just an example. That this specific example was to Vegas, staying at the Westin there, and Expedia had all, hotels.com, cheap tickets had all these different prices here. But when you booked it and bought it down with the points that you already had, okay, then you saved $398. So the whole thing was only $549 with tax. This is after you bought it down with your reward credits. And so that's something to do. If you're going to go to a wedding, you're going to go see a friend, maybe it's not a big trip or a big vacation. It's just a one-off trip or maybe even a business trip that you want to make. You can definitely save money here for sure. And so all those things I kind of showed you were really more of our gold and platinum membership. But to kind of just hone just for a couple of seconds here on the titanium membership, we just released this about 4 to 5 weeks ago, and we've gone all luxury on this thing. It's pretty exciting. And so, for those people that you just love the nice stuff, right? Maybe you don't have a lot of time. You have money, but you don't have a lot of time. So we have a titanium concierge that'll help you plan whatever you want on your trips. You like the glamour. Maybe you like to pamper yourself. Maybe you're a business traveler that likes to stay at luxury places. Or maybe every once in a while you'd like to pamper yourself or have that wow factor, which is really exciting. We have trips to outer space on Virgin Galactic. You have astronaut training, all of that. This is really crazy experiences. Christmas and New Year's throughout the Tahitian Islands. I mean, you're getting access to private jets, yachts, villas, luxury homes, preferential tea times, exclusive experience, and white glove titanium concierge that handle all this for you. We work with 18 different private jet companies. We get the bid for you. We'll hand you back the best bid there. I mean, there's so many things we do for you to save you time and to help you get the best deal to leverage that. Also, we have an exclusive partnership with Virtuoso for our industry. For what we're exactly doing in our industry. We leverage another $26 billion in luxury buying power, which allows us to get amazing amenities and deals and all of that. And so I'm going to skip through that here. But if you were to buy this separately, okay, try to get all these benefits of the titanium separately, there's a travel club out there called Inspirato. You'd have to, buy it for like $17,000 a year, US dollars. Or, Jet Smarter. We work with 18 different jet companies. Just one jet company is $5,000 to $9,000 per year. If you want to get access to all the golf courses and all that, that's $3,000 to $7,000 a year. to get the kind of white glove concierge service that we have, you're looking at having to get an American Express Titanium or Black card and spend close to $100 to $2,000 a year just to get that sort of benefit. Yacht Club, we have the Hertz Presidential Circle. 4 times a year, you can use the valet service. Drop your car right off at the terminal, go right in. You don't have to drop your car off at the rent-a-car place and lug your bags all the way back to the terminal, any of that. You've got all that dialed in. And when you add that up, it's over $30,000 in benefits. And so as a Titanium member, you get access to all that for anywhere from $1,100 to $1,000 US one time. Okay. And $200 a month, you get access to that. This is not for everybody. That's our Titanium membership for you. You know, extra VIP bougie travelers like me and some of us that are watching right now. And so that's our Titanium membership. And so if that's not really for you, then you can park at our Platinum membership. Okay. You can apply 50% more of your points. You have access to travel advisors, a different level of concierge service, 7-day early access. All right. And that Platinum's only $300 one time US and $100 a month. And you get that back in points right away and 1,200 points on your 1-year anniversary. Or maybe, you know, that's if you travel maybe 2 to 4 times a year. Now, if you're just getting your feet wet in travel and maybe you do 1 vacation every other year, or you want to start doing at least 1 or 2 vacations a year, 1 weekend getaway, 1 vacation, I would get the gold. Okay. That's $200 US one time and $57 a month. And you get all that back in points, which is really exciting because you can use those points to buy down what is already wholesale. All right. So once again, just let's take a screenshot of that Titanium, Platinum, Gold. And by the way, as I switch gears here for a second, one last little piece before I hand it back over to Sashin here is how many people do we know that would love this sort of a membership, right? And when you refer friends to get the membership, we're going to waive your membership dues. So if you're a Titanium, you refer 4 Titaniums, your Titanium fees are waived. Or if you're a Gold or you refer 4 Golds, your fees are waived. And so think about how many people do we know that would love a benefit like that. And so what I want to do real quickly here is I'm going to turn the camera back on and I'm going to talk about Sashin for a second before I bring him on. And this guy is amazing. You know, he's 25 years old, a consummate leader and professional. He's at the top rank in our company 4 times. And we're about to talk about the business side of this. And once again, everybody wants to travel. Everybody wants to go hang out with their friends and family and create memories. The thing is that some people, they wait until they're retired. They wait till someday I'll do this. We're not promised tomorrow. Okay. We don't know when that's going to happen. You've got a gentleman like this, Sashin Govender, and he's hit the top rank. He's a multi-millionaire in this idea. Okay. He's got teams of tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands across the world. And he's about to bring and share with us how he's created this freedom in his life. I mean, he bought a 20,000 square foot house in South Africa there. I mean, it's just amazing. And so Sashin, you've leveraged this opportunity to not just benefit yourself, of course, but to help so many other people in South Africa and around the world. So I want to hand the baton over to you, buddy, so you could share with everyone how they can earn income and change their life with this opportunity. Back to you, buddy.
Jeff, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Hey, guys, once again, Jefferson Santos, one of the very first people to actually get started with our company and launch it globally. Guys, I saw this idea about 8 years ago when I was just 18 years old. I've got absolutely no qualifications, no business experience, no sales experience. I was not the smartest kid in the block, but I did believe that if you weren't smart, just sit next to smart people in your exams. Now, I'm just kidding. But if you're not successful in life, associate yourself with successful people and you start to rub off them. And in 8 years of being a part of this company, my life has radically changed. Managed to take over 700 flights, 200 holidays, jumping into 92 different countries, growing the business part around the world. But what you're about to see right now is exactly what Jefferson shared with you. The only difference is you're now going to share this with your friends and family, and you're going to get compensated, whether it's part-time income, full-time income, or a killing. It just depends on how much of time you want to spend to build up your future. What you do from 8 to 5 will only pay the bills. What you do from 5 to midnight is where you build your legacy. So this is Robert Kiyosaki, and he says the richest people in the world look for and build networks. Everyone else looks for work. He wrote that book and sold it 33 million times. He's been the best-selling author for the past 10 years on New York Times. So when you get started off in our company, you're not going to keep quiet about this. You're going to share this with the world. Every time someone picks up a membership from you, whether it's titanium, platinum, or gold, you'll get paid $100, $50, or even $20. And you can do this as many times as you want to. There's no cap on it. Jefferson's probably done it hundreds of times. I've done it over 700 times. But once again, you write your own checks here. Now, step 2 is when you get 4. Your monthly fee is canceled. You don't pay the product monthly fee again. But if it's 4 titanium, you've made $400 in cash. If it's 4 platinum, you've made $200. And if it's 4 gold, you've made $80. Step number 3 is adding 2 more to that 4. That's 6 in total. Once you've done that, you're making between $120 and $600 depending on the membership that your friend or family member purchased from you. Now, once again, I'm not a salesman. I have no qualifications, but I did understand one thing. These meetings take place, whether it's in your friend's living room or whether it's online from your phone, your laptop, your iPad, or even your home. So when you look at this, it's a very simple system. It's not about working hard. It's about working smart. And then let's talk about some residual income. Senior rep is when you have 60 people in your team. Now, out of the 60 people, you would have only told a minimum of 4. You could go beyond that. But let's just say a minimum of 4. You can't stop the 4 from sharing it with their friends and family. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. Now you've achieved senior rep, where on average you're making about $500 per month. It's not going to make you rich. It's about plus minus $6,000 a year. It's going to make a difference. Remember, 2 incomes are always better than 1. Directors, 180 people in your whole team. Once again, minimum requirement was 4. Now you're making $2,000 a month. So $2,000 could maybe pay your phone bill. It could pay some gas money, petrol money. It could actually go out there and put you on 1 flight or even 2 a month. Marketing director, 400 people in your whole team. Once again, minimum requirement was 4. Average income per month is $5,000 on average. Regional marketing director, this is where it really gets real, because now you can start to fire your boss. You can live full time. You can go out there and write your own checks. 900 people in your team. You're making on average $10,000 a month. You get a car bonus every month of $1,000, and there's a yearly incentive trip. And this year is in Mexico with all the regional marketing directors. It's an all-inclusive trip. National marketing directors, 1,800 people, same 4 friends. Now you're making $20,000 a month on average, and then you get that car bonus, which is increased as well. You get that RMD yearly incentive trip, and the pinnacle, the top rank in the company, it's a national marketing director, 3,000 people in your team, $50,000 on average. You get a home bonus of $3,000, and you get a car bonus of $1,500. So combined, that's $4,500 for 2 of your largest expenses. When I looked at this, I realized, well, what if it takes me 5, 10, or even 15 years to hit the top rank of the company? Most people never do it in their entire lifetime. And part-time, it took me about 3 years to do this for the very first time. So anyone could do this. There's no pinnacle on your income. Jefferson has done this twice, which means you can do this as many times as you want to. Now, there's something called a matching bonus. This is an added on check. So once you enroll a minimum of 4 people and you're a qualified rep, you make 5% of every single person that you brought in their weekly income. And it could go up all the way to 20%. So I want you to imagine this. Imagine you own your own music record label and you have incredible artists. And every time they earn a royalty check, you earn a percentage of that. Same deal with the property. Exact same deal with athletes. The only difference is you don't have to be an athlete. You don't have to be an artist, and you don't have to go out there and invest into property. This is where you can go out there and earn a percentage of everyone you brought in. We have an event coming up called The View from the Edge. This event takes place in 5 different continents around the world. And this one individual will fly around. His name is Mark Cassetta. He's our director of training. The smallest one scales out to about 4,000 people. The biggest one will be around about 10,000 people. Ask the person who invited you, on how you can actually get booked in for this event. But those who attend our personal development events, they earn 5 times more, and they're 6 months ahead of those who do not attend. So we have another presentation tomorrow, and this individual was one of the founding members as well of our company, and he's got a team of hundreds of thousands of people. Tomorrow, same time, same webinar info. So when you get started off tonight, you can actually pick up your phone and text your friends and family and get them onto the webinar tomorrow to see the exact same thing that you've seen. Sir Richard Branson says, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, say yes. Then learn how to do it later. And I want you to think about this for a moment. There's 2 choices today. It's a 2-letter word or a 3-letter word, a no or yes. And either way, we're good. But I want you to understand, there's a recession that's been taking place right now. And it's been really taking place since 2008 because we've been in and out of the recession. But because there's a recession around the world, it doesn't mean that you need to have a recession going on in your bank account. Because there's incredible presidents around the world, but they're the president of the country and you're the president of your own world, your own bank account. So there's been times where we never had a recession, but people still had a recession in their bank account. So it's time we dictate our future. And the decisions you make today will determine who you are 6 months from today, February 2020. The reason you are where you are right now is because of the decisions you made 6 months ago. So what does it cost you to partner up with us today? There's 3 different memberships. The titanium membership is $1,000 one time. And as you can see on the right-hand side is your monthly fee. And the platinum membership is $300 one time. And then you have the gold membership. So once you enroll 4 customers on that membership or whatever's higher than that, that monthly fee is canceled. It's waived. But once again, you can go beyond 4. I've never seen a business model that you can run a business today where you can waive the overheads and you can generate profit instead of going out there and running a business where you're in debt every first of the month. Now, if you want to add the business side on top of it, it's totally optional. You'd pick the product and then you'd pick the representative side, which is an extra $50 one time and $25 per month. Why do you want to get started off today? There's hundreds of people on this call right now. In actual fact, there's multiple of these calls taking place tonight. The very first person that takes out their phone and sends their friend a text message and says, hey, I want to go in number 1. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm looking for a way to change my life. I'm tired of building someone else's legacy. I want to design my own legacy. First person that takes out their phone will put you on the left team. The second person we're going to put on the right team. So 1 left and 1 right. The third person we get started off, we can't create a third team. So the third person will get stacked below number 1 or below number 2. Let's just say you were number 1 today and you inherited someone that you might not know and they're connected and they know someone who knows someone who knows someone that puts in a few hundred people. You would inherit those people in your team. So Jefferson positioned himself in a very incredible way that he benefited of over 1 million people. Yes, he did the work, but he also positioned himself. When you look at an incredible soccer player like Cristiano Ronaldo, the majority of times he scored a goal was not something that he actually created. He positioned himself where the ball was at his foot and he put it behind the nets. And yes, he worked hard, but the majority of us, we've been positioning other people in a position that they can enjoy the glory, yet we've never thought about our future. If you're ready to start it, grab the phone, send a text. Once again, I want to thank you for your time. Have a beautiful evening. God bless.